All right, today we're talking about something that is totally rewiring the future of AI. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. We're going to break down exactly what it is, why it's such a massive deal, and how it's about to turn our AI assistants from, smart parrots into real partners that can actually get stuff done.
So let's just get right into it. We've all been there, right? You ask your fancy AI to do something that seems super simple, like, hey, check my calendar and find a time to meet. And it just says, sorry, I can't do that. It's frustrating. And that's because, for all their incredible power, most AI models are basically trapped inside a digital box.
You see, at its heart, a large language model is just a superpowered text predictor. It's brilliant at knowing what word comes next, but all of its knowledge is static. It's frozen from the moment it was trained. So yeah, it can write an amazing poem about the stock market, but it has no idea what the price of a stock is right now. It can't look it up, and it sure can't book that meeting for you.
And this quote just nails it. To make these models truly useful, developers have to connect them to the outside world, to other tools. But that has created this huge mess. It's this crazy integration problem where every single tool needs its own custom-built connector for every single AI model. I mean, just imagine trying to plug in 1,000 different devices with 1,000 different unique cables. It's a total nightmare, and frankly, it's been holding AI back.
So, to fix that tangled mess of cables, the industry needed something new. It needed a universal solution, and that is exactly where the Model Context Protocol, MCP, steps in. Think of it as the ultimate universal adapter for all of AI.
So what's the secret sauce here? Well, the most important part is that MCP is an open standard. That means no single company owns it. It's a universal language, a single standardized rule book that lets any AI talk to any tool or any data source. And just like that, the need for all those custom one-off connectors, gone.
The folks at Anthropic who created this came up with the absolute perfect analogy. MCP is the USB-C port for AI. All of a sudden, it just doesn't matter what you're plugging in, a calendar, a database, heck, even a 3D printer. You have one standard port, and everything just works.
And because this was a problem everyone was facing, the adoption has been incredibly fast. I mean, look at this. In just a handful of months, you see the entire industry. We're talking OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, all getting on board. That's what happens when a real solution to a universal problem finally shows up. Everyone jumps on it.
Okay, so it's the USB-C of AI. That sounds great, but how does it actually work? Well, under the hood, it's actually using a really classic, time-tested idea that has been powering the web for decades, a simple client-server setup.
It all happens in this simple 4-step handshake. So the AI app, that's the client, it starts by asking the tool's server, hey, what can you do? The server answers with a whole menu of its skills. Now this is the cool part. The AI itself uses its brain to look at your request and pick the perfect tool from that menu. Then it just tells the server, okay, do that one. The AI decides and the server does the actual work. Simple, right?
So first step on that menu of skills are tools. The easiest way to think of these are as the verbs, the action words. This is what lets the AI actually do things, like send an email, create that calendar invite, or even something physical, like telling a 3D printer what to do. Next, you've got resources. If tools are the verbs, resources are the nouns. This is the specific information the AI can finally get its hands on, breaking it free from that frozen, out-of-date knowledge. With resources, an AI can now tap into your company's live sales database or analyze that PDF you literally just uploaded.
And finally, there are prompts. You can think of these as pre-built shortcuts or slash commands, kind of like what you use in Slack or Discord. So a developer could build a command like summarize_and_email report that automatically loads a whole bunch of complex instructions for the AI, saving you a ton of time on things you do over and over.
Now, if you've been keeping up with all the news in the AI world, some of this might be starting to sound a little familiar. So let's take a second to clear up how MCP is different from another big technology you've probably heard a lot about.
Right. The big question that always comes up is, wait a minute, isn't this just RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation? And it's a fair question, because they both make AI better with outside info, but they do it in totally different ways for completely different reasons. Here's the absolute simplest way to break it down. RAG is passive. Its job is to give the AI more information so that it knows more stuff. Think of it like giving your AI a library card to go look things up. MCP, on the other hand, is active. It gives the AI new abilities so it can do more stuff.
It's not a library card, it's a pair of hands and a toolbox to actually take action in the world.
And that difference, knowing versus doing, is not a small detail. It is everything. Because that ability to do things is the key that unlocks the entire next generation of AI, what people are calling truly agentic systems that can act for us.
And listen, this isn't some science fiction future we're talking about. It is happening right now. The developer community is moving at an incredible pace. We're already seeing over 10,000 developers actively building these MCP servers. That means a massive, growing ecosystem of tools is popping up, making our AI smarter and more capable literally every single day.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. We're blowing past just generating text and moving into these incredible real-world applications. I'm talking about generating an entire PowerPoint presentation from a single sentence, or creating a complex cloud architecture diagram instantly. Using plain English to ask about your livestock portfolio? These aren't just ideas anymore. These are powerful tools we can use today.
So what this all means is that MCP represents a huge shift. We're going from conversational AI to functional AI. We are leaving behind the idea of an AI as just a chatbot and moving towards an AI that's a true partner. Or, as one developer so perfectly put it, a battle buddy that actually understands your goals and can take real steps to get them done. You know, this protocol isn't just a small upgrade. By creating this universal standard, it opens up a massive new frontier for what we can build. It completely changes the game. And that really leaves us with one big, exciting question to think about. What will you build when your AI can finally connect to anything?